From that day, we share cafe lattes. Ooh, cafe lattes. Hello everyone, welcome to episode 11 of Having a Lovely Chat. My guest today is Emer from the Instagram page Ghaelgie Bheo, and she's 100,000 followers, which is pretty cool. And I'm just gonna chat away. Give us a little introduction to yourself, Emer.
Oh, hello. Dia gwyt is docha, I suppose. Emer na gwyd ffordd gan tan am tar arwmsa. So I'm Emer. I'm a Mountor man scholar, so I'm a secondary school teacher. I've been teaching for almost 8 years now, which is insane.
Yeah.
But I was teaching 2 years in Australia, and then I'm back now the past few months.
All right.
Yeah.
Were you teaching Irish in Australia?
Yeah, so I was teaching Irish actually in a local pub in St Kilda in Melbourne, but we call it County Kilda because it's the 33rd county of Ireland.
Oh.
That's where all the Irish go.
Oh, is it?
Live. Yeah. So I actually was teaching Gaeilge there to adult learners, and it's so funny because I feel like when people move further away from home, they become more
Irish.
Yeah, they become more inclined to want to engage with the culture and fill that space that's missing, I suppose. So that was really successful. But no, I was teaching history in the high schools over there because that's my other subject.
Right.
Yeah, so that was lovely, and it was engaging with a different curriculum as well, but also giving like a European perspective of some of the events that we were looking at as well, like the World Wars, etc.
Right.
So,
Okay.
yeah,
And is that what you're doing, history and Irish here?
Yeah.
In Drogheda?
In Balbriggan.
Oh, right.
Yeah, in Dublin. Yeah.
It's only over the road.
Only the far side. No, are we on the far
that's
side?
the far.
That's the far side.
Who knows?
I don't know.
That's the long.
Depends what side you're on. Yeah.
That's the debate of Drogheda. Which is the actual far side? I would say that's the far side, and then people from that side would say that's the far side.
Okay, right.
But so tell us a bit about the Instagram page. Like, what gave you the idea and to kind of do it?
So it was actually the first year I was teaching. I was working in a lovely school, an all-girls school, and one of the days I was teaching a TY Irish class, I'll never forget it, and the word Gneas came up, which means sex.
Right.
So,
straight into it.
Yeah, straight in. So one of the kids, so I translated, no problem. We continued on, and one of the Dalty, they put their hands to their lava sauce, and they said, Miss, is there a word for sex in Irish? And it was that moment, it was like a click, it was like a light bulb moment. And I realised that these kids didn't see Gaeilge for what she is. They didn't see Gaeilge as a teanga, as a language.
Okay.
They saw her purely through the lens of being a school subject.
Yeah.
Something that lived in a book, something that wasn't practically used. But they didn't realise that people live through Gaeilge, love through Gaeilge, cry through Gaeilge. They didn't realise that it was a language that is in use and can be in use.
Yeah.
And that's where the name Ghaeilge Bheo came from, so Irish alive, because that's what she is. She's alive, she's a teanga. She's being used as a school subject, but she is a language. That is innately what she is. So I wanted to set up a page in order to show people that, like, if you know two words, one in Gaeilge and one in Merle, then you have a choice. And my message is, choose Gaeilge. Just every now and again, once a week, once a month. Instead of good night, say ihua. Instead of slán to your mates in the pub, or instead of goodbye, don't say slán. Instead of goodbye, say slán. You know, dia gwit, madan wa, gurra maha gut, where's my ganzi? Just little words like that to implement into your daily life, to make it more natural and normal, to revitalise Gaeilge and where she should be in our society.
It'd be class,
you know.
if it was more.
It is, and and it only takes the cúpla focal. It only takes the one person. Like, every time I'm in the shoppa, I'll say gurra maha gut, because it's a phrase that everyone will know, and the amount of times that's opened up a conversation. So the Tafalcha wrote I get all the time. Or someone will start saying, oh geez, I'm with Gaeilge agus a drasel me or Gaeilge Cunas with Gaeilge, and then we'll start chatting in Gaeilge. A conversation that would not have been had I not switched out that one little phrase.
Yeah, that's a great way to approach it and to start that. And how do you think it's like? What's your opinion of the Irish language at the minute? Like, you know, and do you think doing that, starting like one word at a time to revive it?
100%. I think there's a bit of like a kneecap phenomenon at the moment, which is amazing because the interest in the Irish language has just went up and up and up. Like I set that page up however many years ago, and it's funny because there's a few other people online who'd be really active and they're promoting Gaeilge in the same way, and they have been for years, like myself. And there's a beautiful kind of online community that there'd be so many people I feel like I know but I've never met. Like there was one, and I had met her when I was on holidays, and we were chatting as if we'd known each other years, but then we realised it was the first time that we had actually met in real life. Because we would have conversations online, etc. Or like, you know, I'd reshare their posts, but we were having a chat and we were saying how funny it is that, you know, we always knew Irish was cool. But now other people are catching on, which is
You're
great.
The OG.
It's like, dependent on, I think Peg Sears probably takes that title, but Peg Sears. It was a book that was on the old curriculum. Anyway. It's a niche reference.
Right,
it's a niche reference.
I'm not that cool yet.
That's always it. There's still darkness. There's still hope. So it's great, and I think the more people that are getting on board, the more resources that are becoming available, the easier that it's becoming, and it's taking the fear away and the shame. Like, so it's obviously, I'm a history teacher as well, so I feel like there's some form of like internalized shame that comes with Gaeilge that people might not realise. Like, Ireland's one of the worst countries in Europe in regards to people having more than one language. I think the last statistic I looked at, and I'm really sorry because I don't have the source, but we're going to say approximately.
Yeah, it's all right. We're not going to fact check you here.
It was something along the lines of 78% of Irish people are monolingual, which means they only speak one language. And when you compare those stats to Europe, you have to ask yourself, why?
Yeah. And
like, one of the theories that I would have, once again, completely in my own opinion, would be that for years and years and years, you know, our ancestors were taught that Irish was the language of the barbaric native savage, and if you wanted to be civilized, if you wanted to progress, that English was the way forward, and that it was almost looked down upon to speak Gaeilge, and it was shameful. So you have that kind of internalized shame potentially, and then another kind of shame of the amount of people that I meet and they say, oh God, I wish I knew some Irish, or they'll say, oh, I don't know any Irish, and I'm like, whoa, you do. And anything you have, it means something. Like, it's Gaeilge, any changa, it's a mountain to climb. And when people get on board and they get enthusiastic, they want to climb it now. I want to be at the top. I want to put the flag in, you know?
I know what you mean.
And it can be very disheartening because it's a process, and it's a beautiful process. And it's just like life. Like, you learn every single day. Like, I learn new words all the time, or new ways of looking at words. And Irish is a primitive language. It is a literal language. It is a window to the way in which our ancestors viewed the world. So, mar hample, you have focal cosul, like winter les na hanvahe, so with the animals. So in English they call it a ladybird. Ac yn Gaeilge, it's a boin day. So bo is cow, Ian little, and then day the tishel ginadach for God. So you can imagine God's little cow.
Oh, God's okay.
So you can imagine Fado in Ireland. You know, some fellow was at the back of the Connemara and said, Jesus, there's God's little cow. And
that's,
you know,
class.
There's something so beautiful. So it gives us that insight as well. Like, and Gaeilge is so simple. She's really literal. Like, I always say that, like, the Burloree, Shishin, the English speakers, they make life far too complicated for me. Like, Mar Hamplin.
Are you on it? Sorry, but the teachers?
No, just speaking Ralte. Like, like even English. Like, in general, I think it's more complex than Gaeilge. When you understand the words in Gaeilge, because Gaeilge is made up of a lot of compound words, which means that it's like 2 or 3 words put together, and it's each individual meaning combined to make a different one. So mar hample, this isn't a sample of that, but let's say week in Gaeilge is shachten. Why?
7.
Shacht law.
Yeah, 7 days.
Yeah. Vegetables, glasri.
It's like green.
Because they're glass. Yeah, predominantly. Yeah, 100%. If lan, so L-A-N-N, is used as a suffix, so it goes at the end of a word, it's indicative of place, right?
Okay.
So fancy English speakers, they call it a restaurant. No. That's too complicated for me. I'm a Gaeilge. I call it a bialan. A food place.
Right, okay, yeah.
You know, those Burlordy, they call it a library. What? I can't compute. I call it a Lowerlan. It's a book place.
Right.
You know, a cinema. Yeah. What cinema? I don't understand. It's a picturelin. It's the picture place.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So the way in which we look at the world is a lot more simple. It's a lot more.
When you explain it like that, like.
Yeah, but that is Gaeilge. It's everywhere in Gaeilge. But even like a word came up recently, and it was desperate in class. And I said, Jesus, desperate. And I looked it up, and it was bui gona. So, and it made perfect sense. So bui can mean like almost foolish, and then dana is bold. So it's like when you are desperate, you'll probably do something that is foolishly bold, because you'll do anything, you know, to get yourself out or in of the situation. Like. But yeah, no, it's really simple, and it's trying to, I always say as well, ní scrúdú é córa. So conversation's not a test. So a lot of times when I meet someone and they say, oh, I have a couple of focal, I'll be like, oh, our house, like, you know, cunas tatu or cadastits, like, and they'll go,
panic.
Yeah, it is panic.
Yeah.
And it's fear.
Yeah.
And I'm like, geez, I'm not that scary, I promise. And like, I swear, I'm like one of those, you know, the toys that people put on their dashboards when someone's trying to speak Gaeilge to me. I'm like, I love it. I'm like, I'm trying to give as much encouragement as humanly possible to support, like, you know.
I like that, yeah.
But even like people have so much Gaeilge, but they don't realise. So like, let's say this word here. So palm. The guess, I say to the students if I get a new class, I'm like, what's palm in Gaeilge? And maybe I'll even put some arrogant there on words, and I'll say, look, I'll have a $5 here now. Anyone here who can say palm, a bit of incentive, you know. And they'll guess love, and that's a great guess, you know, hand. And I'm like, no, you all know it, but you don't know you know it. And they're all thinking, and then eventually I'll say, okay, gacht in a bula bus. So bull, hit, bus.
Oh, yeah.
Your palms. You know, so like...
Mind blowing.
But there's so many, like, or even like just breaking down, like my worst... The battle that I have is that the rote learning mindset. Like, you're not learning anything. Like, if you don't understand the words, you're not learning. It doesn't mean anything. It's breaking down the focal. It's breaking down the haberty, and it's being able then to independently go off and use the various elements in whatever way you wish. You know. Yeah. So even like in Gaeilge, like a common problem would be like, we don't have yes in Irish. There's no word for yes. A lot of people think it's tá. So tá is the correct response if the question is on will. So tá, no níl. Then other people think it might be sha. But that's actually the response to on a, which is it or is it. So is a or sha is it is.
So you can't use tá for everything?
No. Oh. But how do you answer in the positive then? Yeah. You repeat the verb in the positive or negative. So if I wanted to say, did you put her to? You would say her may or near her may. Okay. I put or I did not put. Okay. So that would be one, but it's getting out.
You're answering the question in fully, basically.
Yeah, exactly. Right. Yeah.
Okay.
So it's getting kind of out of the mindset. Like, Gaeilge is a different language, or even the focal burla. I love. This is a bit of propaganda I have, and I'll call it blankly as that. Right? I'll call it blankly.
I love a bit of propaganda.
Yeah. And, you know, I put my hands up and I say, this is what it is. Disclaimer alert. But the etymology of the focal burla comes from the focal bail, which is mouth. Because they're taught to ignore to merle, you're just like when you side as the veil. You're using your mouth, the front of your palate. Ach, they're taught to ignore to Gaeilge, taught to when you side as the throne, the scornach. So a bit of propaganda, I say English from the surface, Irish from the soul.
Oh, I like that. It's good. That's the tagline for the episode.
It's good stuff. Yeah, I like that. Yeah. When you know, you know.
That was that.
Make note.
Yeah, and that'll be a short going straight on the TikTok.
But even TikTok.
Oh yeah, with little clips and stuff like that. Do you know what I mean?
I would have brushed my hair, but no.
You're busy.
Yeah, I know, I suppose. Yeah, Gnohack. But even that, like Gnohack, so busy. But then like a lot of kids in school, they'll learn Stadard Gno, which is business studies. But like if you break that down, Stadard, study, Gno, business. So it's just, or even the fuchel, so there's so many, like Tír Óliacht. So Óliacht is science, coming from the word Olus, which is information, because you're getting a lot of information in science. Tír Óliacht, so Tír is land or country, so Tír Óliacht, the science of the land. That's our word for geography. Tír Óliacht.
Am I going to sound silly here, right?
No,
well, like
absolutely not.
but like, are Irish words constantly being invented for things that went around back? Do you know what I mean?
Yes.
So, like, say science mightn't have been.
Yeah.
Is that a rather new word? If you get me, like, do you know what I mean?
To my knowledge, the word Óliacht has been around it's been knocking around for a bit. But there is actually a commission that it was DCU was running it for Turnama.ie, and you can actually email them. I do be onto them almost shocked. God bless them.
Here she comes
They're in the inbox, straight into junk mail, I reckon. They have me flagged at this point. But yeah, so if there's a word that you look up and there doesn't seem to be an Irish equivalent,
can you create it?
You can create. Well, you can get onto them, and they have a whole commission, and they all meet together, and they'll have a discussion of what would be the best words, and they'll look at like the way in which Irish words.
Have you ever done one?
I have. I've put a lot forward, but I haven't actually made one.
Oh, that'd be good.
Well, I probably have like accidentally made some.
Right. Okay.
You know.
Right.
But it was another. Oh yeah. So corpicicus. That's PE.
Oh.
But like kids will learn that and they'll be like, oh yeah, Janum corpicicus, their skull. But when you break it down, corp is body, igicus, education.
Oh, okay.
So now you haven't just learned one fuchel, but you've learned three essentially. So Chendo is the fuchel le Gaeilge. So it's teaching it in that regard and then empowering people to take the elements of the words and use them in different places. So then say, oh yeah, tá pean imo, what's body? Oh yeah, body education. Corp, tá pean imo corp. You know, we're saying, or like cuss on is footpath, because like cuss. And then cussing is to protect. And the way I always like relay that one, like as memory aid, I'm like, well, if someone's coming at you might give them a bit of left, right, good night. You know what I mean? You might give them, but you know, there's so many different. Wow, it's just I absolutely love it. It is so easy, and it's like I know obviously language learning is not, you know, it's relative.
I think people are turned off it nearly from school.
Well, you tell a teenager adults, you have to do something.
Yeah. Do you know, like,
naturally you're not going to want to do it.
And then I'd say the amount of adults, like myself included, like you'd love to speak Irish, like, you know what I mean? And do you get an awful lot of adults then coming to you, like you were just saying earlier on, you do a class up there in the Bulls, so
yeah, and it'd be a great mix. So there's some people with lower grade Jacobson, and there's some people with barely got uckle to rub together, and they're there to learn or to enjoy or to listen or to practice, or it's absolutely fantastic. A lot of people do. They say they want to learn Gaeilge, but like you said, I'd love to speak Gaeilge. Speak it.
Yeah.
Say Slán. You can speak it. You know what I mean?
But you just described perfectly exactly how I would. I'd feel stupid, number one, if I didn't know how to respond. I could say like a couple of like Gurmagot or whatever. Yeah. But then if you started speaking again, I'd be like, oh Jesus, panic.
Yeah, but that's okay. you know, Tasha Shin Carcalor.
Yeah.
That's Tasha Shin Gabra. Or Tau. That's a great word. Tau is grand.
Cow.
Tau. Shin Tau. Yeah.
Tau. Oh, that's grand.
Yeah, so instead of when someone says Cunna Satatu, Tau. Tom Tau. Yeah.
That's a good one.
Tau,
use that one.
Instead of Tom Goma.
Yeah, because it's definitely something just on that, like I've got 2 kids or whatever, and it's definitely something that we've always talked about. You know, incorporating just little words and stuff like that into everyday language. I'll do it here in the coffee shop. But encourage the staff to use a little bit.
Brilliant. It is absolutely fantastic, and there's great initiatives as well. Like there's an initiative in it's like Baile Áthaclia le Gaeilge or something like that. But you can register your business online, with them. And they have a whole list of places that are like Irish speaking friendly or Irish speaker friendly, or like that you can say you're Cúpla Focal. So like it's little things like maybe on the menu, like they might put the Gaeilge underneath, or they might give like, you know, a 5% discount if you order through Gaeilge and things like this. But
I've thought about that. Now it's like, will people kind of just take the piss with it then? Like, you know what I mean?
But it may be for as a promo for shock.
Yeah, exactly.
Gaeilge, you know, and then trial it and see. And then if people are taking the bicky,
you know, go,
then you can go, all right, well, we'll leave that there for now. But yeah, as simple as like, it doesn't, you don't have to change everything, but everything you change matters. Every focal you say is breathing fresh life into our tanga. And even tanga, there's loads of double meanings in Gaeilge, like words that have two meanings depending on the context. So changa is one, so it's a language, but it's also tongue. Another one is Gael, which I love. So you might have been to Kilmainham Gael, which is jail, but it was also a word used for relationship. Which gives us a great insight into how maybe our ancestors viewed the situation, you know. Or like came is another one. So came means step, but it can also be degree. So like a degree in college, or degree is in like however many degrees it is outside. But I like that one because, like, let's say if you're taking the college perspective, like it's
the next step.
Exactly. It just makes sense to me. You know what I mean? Like Gaeilge just makes sense to me. But
see, I think that's you're explaining that very well.
It's actually my job.
You know what I mean? Wow. But like in that sense, like I'm just trying to think back on my experience of Irish in school, and it was just always just a lot of writing and a lot of memorizing, but not actually understanding what is. You know what I mean? And so when I hear you now, I can remember the words in your head, but like it's so funny. Like you're explaining that very well.
Yeah. Thank you.
I know. I don't want to diss my Irish teacher in school. Like,
no, of course really not. Like we're all doing our best. You know what I mean? 100%. But no, and even like Irish names, Irish place names. Oh my goodness, like they are just so beautiful, and they give such insight into the history in the past. And that's why for me, like Gaeilge is start, like and history. They're just ficha fucha. Like they're completely intermingled with each other. If we lose Gaeilge, we lose a piece of ourselves. We lose the past. Like when the British came over and when the place names were changed to suit the English like pronunciations, like some of those place names were lost. And that is a piece of our history, the history of the land and the people that lived there, that we will never get back. In Gaeilge, there's only 3 Canon di like a Hufagul officially, because the fourth one's gone. Leinster Irish is gone. It is extinct. Like that, we will never get that back.
Do you not think?
No, like no. It is gone. So now we have a new kind of Ravelode na Gaeilge happening.
Okay, sorry.
But no, like the Leinster Gaeilge that had been spoken.
It's like the dialect, really.
The dialect.
Yeah. Sorry.
I didn't translate. Yeah, Canunt means dialect.
Okay.
That's gone forever. You know, that the one that was used in the past, and why? Obviously, historically, because the Pale and Dublin Castle, centre of British administration, so it was, you know, obviously the easiest place for them to, you know, when they made the laws. I'm telling you now. But still fighting the good fight. You know?
Well, you are anyway.
Sure. Look, but even like I always say, like Irish names, for example, like every time someone says an Irish name, they're breathing fresh life into our language. So if you have an Irish name, Dahi.
Yeah. Did you think I could speak? No, that's all right.
No, shit. But that's all. But even like every time someone says your name, like you are a living embodiment of our past. It's something so special, and it's not to be minimized.
Jeez, you're making me very enthusiastic here, but I
love that. God bless the kids now in school, because
But I'd say that's what you want in a teacher as a kid, like to have that, you know, excitement about something. You know what I mean?
But I genuinely believe, like, teaching, I can absolutely, it can make or break you. Like, don't get me wrong, it's a tough job. But I mean, like, I feel, for me personally, at the stage of life that I'm in, I have the best job in the world. I get to go in, talk about the 2 things I love most in the world, work with incredible young people, and, you know, you get a few holidays as well, which is fantastic, you know. Now look, obviously to be working tirelessly
flat.
during that time.
Well, you do be busy. You'll be putting on classes and stuff like that.
Of course, yeah.
So wait, so can anyone sign up to your class? Is that the only class you do?
It's not even a sign up. That's right. We're Ghaelgie.
Okay.
We're Ghaelgie.
So it's a meet up as such, is it?
It's a meet up. You just rock up. And whoever you are, wherever you're coming from, whatever level you have, tá fáilte rótsa.
Okay.
If you put a person in front of me who's willing to learn even fuckle one, my God, I'll sit there. Do you know what I mean?
Really?
Like, so it's fantastic. But yeah, that fills my cup. Especially because I love working with young people, but like you said, in school you do have to be there and you do have to do it, and it's only after, like, actually the statistics of my Lanacher Instagram, predominantly it's 25 to 35 year olds that follow.
Okay.
So it's people who are outside of the educational system, who have come back, who maybe have emigrated, who have heard other people from other countries speaking their other languages and thought to themselves, wow, I want that. You know, and it is when you're far
And you get loads of
away.
that real good feedback to your Instagram page.
Yeah, 100%. And a lot of people are really eager and enthusiastic to engage with Gaeilge in any way. So that's why, like, what fills my cup as well is the whole point of the page, Ghaelgie Bheo. So it's to promote Irish as a living language, because that's what she is. Gach lá laurium Gaeilge le macharta, like, Ireland le Machlan. Níl Gaeilge ag mo history. Níl Gaeilge ag mo history. Like, my parents are from, like, the Liberties in Crumlin. They never felt like Irish was for them. They thought it was for the farmers and for the South.
The culchies.
The culchies. Yeah, well, I said I'm a dulcie, so I'm not saying anything. But they thought it was for the people who had money to send their kids to Irish college, and for the farmers or the people as an Eiltacht. They never felt like it was for them, the townies, you know. But they always had a good view of the language, and they always had respect for the language. I hated Irish. I despised it until I was 14. Useless, dead language, waste of my time.
You're joking me.
Dead serious.
I was actually going to ask you that, because it seems, wow, no
Didn't
way.
go to a Gael school. Went to the Gael Tacht once. I was so privileged to get that opportunity.
Yeah, I went
to
over
go.
there as well, yeah.
And it was some crack.
Which one did you go to?
Closh de Comish.
I think mine was in Guido.
Oh, Guido. Oh,
Yeah.
you went up.
Yeah.
Cadema.
Great crack. Yeah.
Fantastic.
I think the first few days I didn't really like it. I think I might rang my mum to go home. And then
and she said, I'm after paying the grand.
exactly.
You
She
may
said,
stay
"You're
up
fucking
here.
staying."
Yeah.
And then after a couple of days he sat in, it was a brilliant crack. Really good. I'd advise anyone.
Oh,
anyone
it's
people to go.
phenomenal.
Yeah.
But even that, you get the experience of seeing people living their lives through Gaeilge.
The ban on tea.
Without the ban on tea. Breakfast Ray. I love it. It's phenomenal. Or the suhi in the dishes. Or you had the rota for the Gaeilge on the showers in the morning and everything. I was some crack, like, you know, and the Caelies and just in
It's secondary school you do, is obviously, yeah.
Actually, nowadays, so you can actually some of the Gael school the Irish speaking primary schools, they actually have it that they'll go to the Gael with the school in the more senior years, which is phenomenal.
That's cool.
As well. And a lot of the kids that attend the Gael Colossi, so the secondary schools that are Irish speaking, they also attend the Gael Tacht, but some of the kids actually work in the Gael Tachti as kinnerers and such, or anyone can. But
do you ever do it?
Not as a kinnerer, but I've worked there as a moon tour with Sploder, and it's some crack as well. It's fantastic. It's great. But
plenty of partying as a teacher says.
Sure. I'm saying nothing. You won't get me.
What happens in the Gaeltacht stays in the Gaeltacht.
But actually, I worked in an adult Gaeltacht in Spiddle. Do you know? Have you heard of Spiddle?
Yeah.
It's in Galway. Do you know why it's called Spiddle?
I think it's we've a customer. We've a customer coming in.
It's a car there.
This is the first time it's ever happened. Sorry guys, we're just closed.
How much
That's the first time that's ever
Really?
happened. I usually pull the shutter down. I totally forgot.
Sure, look.
Yeah, but we can
Cup on cafe.
yeah, cup on tea.
$5 bit.
Yeah. Sorry, what were we saying there?
Spiddle. Why Spiddle?
Yes,
Spiddle.
if I had, is it something to do with a bird? No,
I'll tell you. Even easier. Hospital.
Hospital.
There used to be a hospital there, and it was called Hospital, and then the English speakers came over. They heard, and they just shortened it to Spiddle. On Spiddle. On Spiddale.
That's so funny.
But this is what I mean. Like, it's so simple. Like, we are so simple. as people.
Yeah.
We really are.
Just a load of simpletons.
We really are, though. We're so Reikushach.
Yeah.
We're so easy breezy.
Yeah, no, we are.
Really
Yeah.
And like we've kept that in Hiberno English as well. Like there's so many phrases that we say in English that come directly from Gaeilge. It's like sentence structures as well. Like it's in sentence structure, like structurally, there's probably more similarities between Gaeilge and Arabic than there is Gaeilge and Burla.
Well, is there not a weird link?
There is. Yeah.
Do you think they came from Egypt or something? No, was it?
I actually don't know.
No, right. Okay.
Offhand, but
Right.
there is a link there.
Yeah,
100%. I actually did a course in Arabic when I was in Pat's because they were offering it for free, and I had heard the rumours that there was a lot of similarities, so I wanted to see them for myself. And so in Arabic they start the sentences with the verb as well, and that's what we do. So in English they'd say he went to the shop. In Gaeilge we'd say went he to the shop, so it would be verb, subject, noun. But when English speakers are learning Gaeilge, sometimes they just throw Burla onto, or they'll throw Gaeilge onto Burla. So you'll get things like tá mé áthas. But it's not tá mé áthas because that's not how we look at the world. I actually think that I am happy or I am angry.
It's like happiness is on me. Or
Yeah,
something,
it's on me, yeah. Because that's what emotions are. They're transient.
Yeah.
They're not there forever. It's like a hat that you wear. You can wear multiple at the same time, but like, or it's a cloud that passes, but it will pass. It's not there forever.
Very philosophical, isn't it?
It is, though, do you know?
Yeah.
But like in English, I am angry. Whoa.
Yeah.
That's a lot for me.
Hey, man.
Yeah. Relax, yeah.
Who's asking the question?
Go bhfuil farag gurm sa anish ach ní bheith farag gurm go, you know, and that's how we'd feel. But yeah, so no, I didn't go.
It does make sense, doesn't that? Like, you know, say anger is on me, and then you can just get it off. You know,
Yeah.
stop. You don't know.
It does, and you can have more than one thing on you at the same time, you know. But yeah, no, hated Irish, and that's why I love teaching now the same age group, because I was in second year when the light bulb moment happened back then.
Right. What was the light bulb moment?
It was history.
Oh.
Funnily enough. So we were learning about the penal laws in the Pains Liche, and we were learning about the
That's
revolutions.
Ireland, you were banned basically from speaking Irish and
Essentially,
practicing Catholic and all that.
And yeah. And it was a set of laws essentially against Catholics. But then it was during that time I realised that we are a people that come, like, we are a people that, like, our ancestors, there were hedge schools, there were mass rocks. Gaeilge was not only frowned upon but actively, like, discouraged and even penalised in places. Like the idea that some of our ancestors would have been put up in court for crimes that they might not have necessarily committed and not been able to defend themselves because English was the working language, and then have been penalised for that, essentially. So all the injustice of it, and it was the idea that, you know, it wasn't like a moment of I want to learn Gaeilge when I started looking at this, and me being 14, it was as if someone put it on my shoulders. This is your responsibility. The baton has been passed.
Deadly.
We have done what we have needed to do. Our language has been kept alive through hell or high water, through famine, and all you have to do is continue on, is to keep it. We've brought it to this point. Just keep it, protect her. She's so precious, like, and it's a gift. Irish is not a granted. It's a gift from the past, and it's something that was hard fought for and long fought for. And the least that we can do is respect her.
You're bringing a tear to my eye here.
You know, but I genuinely do believe.
Yeah,
that.
that's such a fucking powerful way of.
It wasn't an option, you know. For me, at that point, when that realization came, it was like, this is me now. This is my vocation.
Wow, at 14 and you just...
Yeah, mad. I know. I was an intense 14-year-old from that point. So people say...
Kicking in the door. I'm learning Irish.
People say... My fists were clenched.
Okay, tricolour wrapped around it.
I actually have a tricolour in my bag.
Nice.
But funnily enough, I was doing an extra class yesterday. I just can't say no. I am flat out.
Are you?
Oh, Jesus. But like I said, anyone who's like, I would like help with Gaeilge, genuinely, my schedule could be triple booked.
Wow.
And I'm like, Jesus, sure, I don't need to sleep that day.
So what more extra than teaching are you doing? Like, what class? Are you doing more than... So you do the one in the bowl?
Yeah, so I do the one...
That's half... What time does that start? Just so for people know.
So it's 6:30 every Wednesday. All levels welcome.
Right.
All levels are
cool. That's on a Wednesday in the Black Bull.
Wednesday night in the Black Bull. Then, so obviously I work in school Monday to Friday.
You can call round to the class as well. Monday to Friday.
I don't know. You might want to email
lunchtime.
Yeah. And then what else? Oh yeah, so of a Monday I do extra classes, but they're like more academically geared in Bryanstown. The Drogheda Grinds Academy. Then of a Tuesday I go to Skerries and I work with 2 girls, just helping them out. And then of a Wednesday I do the Black Bull. Of a Thursday I help someone who's wanted to be a primary school teacher, and is going. So there is a backdoor route to being a primary school teacher as well.
Go on and talk a bit about that.
Yeah, so there's something called the TEG exam, and you can do it. So after the leaving certificate, if you sit a TEG exam, then you can get like the equivalent of what you would have needed in the leaving cert.
Okay.
And then you can go on and you can enter college that way, the primary school course. So it's not the end of the world if you don't get whatever mark you need in the leaving cert with Gaeilge. There are other ways. And then of a Friday, I don't think it's I also took a PT. So a personal trainer.
Oh.
Yeah.
You are a PT as well?
I am a PT as well. So I work out in Gormanstown at the weekend.
Right.
Beyond Fitness. Hey, Terry. All right, Terry. He's an absolute legend.
Right, okay.
So I work there. I do high rocks classes. But there's actually some of the clients, they speak Cúpla Focal and Gaeilge. So we'd always be a Glarets like Gaeilge, which is lovely. And then Sunday I just kind of relax.
Chill out.
Yeah.
You need an chill out Sunday.
Well, actually I run. I love running. So I do a bit of running then. But in the midst of all this.
Yeah. Wow, that is a busy.
So that's me. Yeah.
That's a busy schedule.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to process all that. Like,
there's a lot going on.
There's a lot going on.
Yeah. I have to use my calendar.
Yeah. I'm useless at that. And the reminders on my phone, they never bloody work. But what I was going to ask you there. So there's a bit of a cultural, you think, a revolution happening, say, with the Irish language. Say, how do you find it in the education? Is it changing in the early education system?
I don't know, because I don't work in the early education.
You don't know anyone in that kind of...
I know people in the sphere. I think the mindset, that's the biggest change I've noticed. Irish is cool. Right. People they know. They're getting on board with Irish being cool now.
You're right. It's not like, oh, fucking Irish.
No.
Right.
And there's more eagerness.
That's great.
People are more eager to learn, and they're more receptive as well. And the way I would always say, if I get a new class, I always kind of sit down and I say, look, Gaeilge is the language that I have claimed as part of like my culture, right? My personal cultural journey of like what makes me feel most connected to my heritage. And I kind of say this needs to be respected, and it's like non-negotiable. I have no room or space for negative narrative that's not constructive around me. Anyone who is disrespectful towards Gaeilge around me, it's such a fault, but I take it personally, almost.
Because it's your, like, you love it.
Exactly. Yeah. And like the excuse of, oh, well, I'm Irish, so I can't know. That's actually, it's not acceptable. It drives me mad that how like, this is what I mean about the internalized shame. How can you disrespect your own language, your own culture? How can you hate your own heritage? What brought us to this point of putting our own culture down? And that would be where my theories of
it's nearly generational
trauma.
Yeah.
And you know, some people will roll their eyes and go, and once again,
no,
that's
but it is. I think there's a whole thing in Ireland to do with that. I think that's why we love, like, drinking such a big thing. Do you know what I mean? There's all this kind of pain in this island, on this island. Do you know what I mean?
100%. But there's such beauty in our culture as well. Sure. And even like sometimes people can feel quite defensive. Like, you know, North Atomic, Glarets and Gaeilge, they might feel like their own heritage or their own like sense of Irishness might be, you know, up for question, which it never is. Like, I don't Irish dance, I don't play the tin whistle. Do you
know play music at all?
No, God,
no.
I have the face for radio. I don't have the voice, let me tell you. But no, I can appreciate music,
right? Okay.
And you know, on a karaoke night, I'll be
you'll be all over it.
I'm more of performance based,
right? Okay,
if you will. But you know, like, so it's or like, let's say playing Ga, etc. Like, obviously played Ga when I was younger, but Irishness means different things to different people, and it's not like a checklist of things that you must tick all boxes. Like, I connect with my heritage through the language. Other people connect through music, you know, or through sport, or through, you know, the nuances that we have. Like, it was only when I was living in Melbourne that I realised how amazing we are, how great Irish people are. And like, for example, like, we're innate storytellers, and that comes from our culture of, you know, na Fili and na Shanachie. So for example, I'd go into the staff room in Melbourne and I'd say, like, to the Aussie staff, "Oh, how was your weekend?" And they'd say, "Oh yeah, it was lovely. I went for dinner with my family and I walked on the beach." And I'd kind of be like, "Oh God, that sounds great, Karen, yeah, great." But then, you know, I go into the staff room up the road, I say, "Oh, how was your weekend?"
Yeah.
"Oh, wait till you hear this."
Yeah,
you know, Paul, the other Paul,
yeah.
the mad one. Yeah, I remember what happened to me a few years back. Anyway, right, so we were at that pub. No, not that pub, the one beside that pub. The one that closed down. Jeez, that was a great one though. I remember I went there when I was young. It's a short story long, you know, that's the culture, sure. And it's all crack, and it's trying to explain the crack to the Aussies as well. They just couldn't,
they don't get it,
you know, they couldn't quite comprehend. And there is a bit of a Venn diagram of like let's say we have the crack, the Brits have the banter, and like the Scots have the banter as well. So there's like a few intersections there where we meet in the middle.
We're the best crack though.
But
the Scots.
The Scots are great as well. Well, actually, Scotland, do you know why Scotland's called Scotland?
No.
Oh, actually, and Gaelic as well. Oh, okay, right. Sorry, it's just like a Pandora's box that's been opened.
Open away.
So Fido and Éireann. The word clan in English obviously comes from Gaeilge, clán. So you would have learned maybe tá cúgar, mo clán, mo am, mo yad. So clán is like a family or a tribe, group of people together. Generally, clán is like extended family, but or anyway, sorry about me. I get too excited. It's like multiple things going on in my mind at the same time. So for Fido and Éireann, there was a clán that moved anyway to the north of where England is today. At the time, England was under, or the Isle was under Roman rule. The language that the Romans spoke was Latin. And the Latin word for kind of like troublemaker that all they were up the north was Scotti. So it became the land of the troublemakers, essentially. So Scotland. So that we are of the same. So the six Celtic...
They never conquered. The Romans never got near Scotland, really, didn't they?
No, the Hadrian's Wall was there, yeah. And then that's where we got our name Hibernia from, because we were the land of forever cold. The Romans never bothered trying to take us over. They weren't arsed. Yeah. They said, no, too cold for us. We've no interest.
Which is weird, because, well, Scotland is supposed too cold as well.
Yeah. And they were also a bit mad up there. If you ever see Braveheart, they said, well, you can keep them. Yeah, we don't want this. Or the Highlands and Islands. So, I don't know if you know about the Celtic languages, but we have 6 of them. So there's Manx, Cornish, Breton, Welsh, Gaeilge and Gaelic. I think I've said all 6 there. So Gaeilge and Gaelic are extremely similar. So Mar Hampla in Gaeilge, because they come from the same. So there's the 3, and you have P Celtic and Q Celtic. So there's 3 languages on one branch and 3 languages on the other. So Gaeilge and Gaelic are on the same branch from the same tree of Celtic languages.
So Gaelic is what?
Gaelic is what the
Scottish.
Scots. It was what the Scots speak. It's predominantly in the Highlands and Islands. So that would be like their equivalent.
And it's very similar, is it?
Super
right, okay.
Like, I mean, like, I can almost understand. Like, I have a friend who speaks Gaelic, and we can, like, he can speak in Gaelic and I can speak in Gaeilge, and we can understand each other without much difficulty. So like Mar Hampla in Gaeilge, tá mé go maith, in Gaelic tá mí go maith, you know? Or like skull they say skull, but with a G instead of a C. Like, so it's extremely similar, yeah, because it comes from the same place, you know. But Welsh is the strongest. So Welsh is on the other branch, but the same tree of Celtic languages, and it's the strongest surviving Celtic language. And then Gaeilge is the second.
Okay.
Yeah. So anytime I'm looking for kind of like inspiration, or like, to be honest, if we're looking for initiatives in Ireland as to how to, you know, promote Gaeilge more and protect her and preserve her, we should definitely be working with, you know, Wales.
Okay.
Because like what they're doing, that maybe we could start to do here as well. But
like, what do you think? Are they doing?
I'm actually not sure. I haven't looked into it, but I just know that they're doing whatever they're doing.
They're obviously,
do you know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure, yeah.
And I think, now I don't know, but I think their perspective of Welsh is a lot more positive than maybe the perspective of Gaeilge. But once again, it is changing.
It is changing. What do you think? Obviously, kneecap obviously did help it.
Yeah, it's great.
But do you think, what's the other influences of kind of it changing, or do you just think it's kind of happened naturally nearly?
It's happened naturally. Irish has become cool. Even like, let's say, as I said, my mum grew up in the Liberties. The Liberties is very different now than it was when she was growing up. And it's a lot of, like, even the area that she grew up in has been gentrified. So it's been like kind of, it's been made almost hipster.
Okay.
You know, so where people would have maybe, for example, went to the post office, it's now been converted into like the new bar.
Okay,
you know, like
it's gone full circle.
You know, that kind of thing. So I feel like Irish almost has come along with that it's been with the movement of this kind of like really cool, hip vibe.
Right.
I always say less vibe in it, which is problem. So less vibe in it, more vibe in it.
It's like the coffee culture.
Exactly right. Yeah. So it's kind of been coming with that cool culture, and it's been tacked on with that. So that's really helped. And then kneecap, of course, pop culture. And then you have really prominent Irish people globally who have embraced the language as well. So let's say Cillian Murphy, you know, in his speech accepting the award, saying his cúpla focal in Gaeilge, like that makes such a difference.
Yeah. It's mad. You would never think that it does make that much of effect, but it clearly does.
No, it really does.
Yeah.
Every focal,
every
person, every effort, it matters. Like, it really, really matters. And even like, let's say, like, appreciating that a lot of the things that we say are like so Mara Hamplin, I'm only after seeing your man. Like, that's like, you say that to someone who speaks British English or American English, they're like, oh, it's Hiberno English. Right. So I'm only after, it comes directly from Irish.
Yeah, I'm only after seeing the man.
Yeah, Tom Deirdre Turation on Farshina Ecol. It comes directly from our structure. So as I said, like, clan comes from clone. Let's say hooligan comes from O'Houlavon, which is O'Sullivan in English, because there was a group of
they were the rebels, were they?
Well, they were just troublemakers, and they got a reputation for themselves over in England. Yeah, they all knew them as the O'Houlavons, and that got anglicised then to the hooligans, and that's where that came from.
No way.
Yeah, and lots and lots, like, so even so long, so, you know, so long, farewell, if you just say goodbye. So long comes from Slán. Slán, so long.
Oh, hey.
Exactly. So there's so many different words that are still in use that actually like come from Gaeilge. So many.
That's mad. I never would have thought that at all. Like, you'd always think it was the other way around.
But people say, "Oh, I don't have a fucking Gaeilge."
Yeah.
Oh, a Carda.
Yeah.
Oh, you have a lot. You don't even realise you have it, but you have it.
So when you got the fire in the belly, say, what way did you go about learning Irish?
Any and every way.
Every way, it didn't
possible.
matter. Yeah. Like, you know, like, what did you just really start paying attention in school, or
paid attention in school? Did the old upper wall? Have you ever wanted something? And you want it so bad, it's not an option. It's not will I or can I get it. It's I have to get it. So it was any way I could. I like spent extra time with it. I would ask questions. Yeah, pay attention. Obviously got that amazing opportunity to go to the Gaeltacht, and then just research independently, practice. The only way to get good at something is to be horribly, horribly, horribly awful at it. Like, mistakes are amazing. I always say to the kids coming into my class, I want you to make as many mistakes as possible today. If a child leaves my classroom and says they haven't made a single mistake, I'm like, I'm not doing my job. You know, I want you to make so many mistakes. The more mistakes you make, the more effort you're putting in, the more you're trying. That's how you learn. If you're not making mistakes, like you're not learning. And I think that's a barrier for people engaging, because they're so afraid of mistakes that they don't want to try.
Yeah.
So it's
especially as adults as well, you probably are a little bit more kind of, you know, don't want to make a fool of yourself as such, you know what I mean?
Make a fool out. I do it every day. Sure, I'm fine. You know, I'm doing all right. I don't know. Debatable, but you know, it's fine. Like it's absolutely grand. It's Tasha Tao. Make mistakes. Nothing will happen. It's not. And I always say that. Like, let's say I'd ask a post a Kesh. I'd say, what's the worst that can happen? Or what happens if you're wrong? And they'll say nothing. And I say, exactly. Or even like we have a merit system in schools. So sometimes if someone puts their hand up and they give an answer and it's wrong, sure, I'll give them a merit. I'll say, absolutely not. But fair play, quite on what are the fads. And it's just that encouragement. It's making it a positive experience.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, making it a comfortable environment to grow. And yeah, just taking that fear away. And as I said, ní scrúdú é córa. A conversation is not a test. And when people only look at Irish in the capacity of it's a subject, then they relay that to examination. And I can be right and I can be wrong. I can be good and I can be bad. It's not like that at all. Any Gaeilge is good Gaeilge.
Yeah.
You know?
That's the way everyone should be teaching it in school, like that. With that attitude, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That you're not right or wrong in it, you know what I mean? It's your language.
100%.
Yeah, that's fascinating. I never thought about it like that before.
And so your relationship with Irish
would be like that?
No, in school and like...
Yeah, in school and stuff. That, like, it'd be nearly like fearing it, you know what I mean? Because I'm not, without having not understanding it as the way you described it there, like as a living language.
But you know, you have to be brave to speak Gaeilge. I want you, next time you're in the shopper,
right,
I want you to say Gurda Magat.
I will, yeah, no problem. I would do that the odd time.
Yeah,
like,
brilliant.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you, a lot of people, so I give this task to a lot of people, and some feedback I've received, and I think it's amazing feedback, and it's something that we need to do, because it's only through doing this that we actually come to the realisation of, I actually didn't notice that I felt this way, or like there's something going on that I have been ignoring. Or so when you're in the shop, you're waiting in the queue, and you know, and you're having your head right, I'm going to say Gurda Magat. The feedback I've gotten is that the heart starts beating faster.
Yeah.
The palms start sweating. The shoulders go up to the ears. The first time you do it, there's an emotion that's felt. Embarrassment. I'm embarrassed. And then you have to ask yourself that question. So first acknowledge that, feel that emotion, and then ask, why am I embarrassed?
Yeah.
And that the only way you can overcome that embarrassment or shame and break that
is to do it.
Is to do it and to realise and to acknowledge it and then work on it.
Yeah.
You know? But if you think, I don't have a problem, and then you never do it then, because I could if I wanted to. You know, it's almost if someone smoked for years and they say, I give up tomorrow now, I just don't want it. You know, it's kind of like that. So I'd challenge anyone to try it, and hopefully you don't feel that would be great. But generally speaking, the feedback I get,
I'd say that's what it would be. Yeah, why do you think it's like that? Is it just the generational thing, like of that feeling built into us?
That fear, that the nightmare of waking up and the leaving cert or whatever, and not understanding the question, and it's kind of like, whoa, like even that, I got the shivers. I'm like, oh God. It's just like separating those two things. Gaeilge as a subject and Gaeilge as a Teanga. Gaeilge as a Teanga is completely different. Yeah. You know, it's completely, it's so freeing, like.
Yeah, it is. And that's 100% the way it should be looked at. You've definitely after inspiring me there, I have to say.
I hope so.
Yeah, no,
really
100%. I have a lot going on here in my mind. So
yeah,
I'm just like, right, okay. It's like thinking, I'm going to start speaking to Louis at home now.
100%.
Do you know what I mean? A lot more.
But even
because he's probably really good at it, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but even like, don't put any, like, just enjoy it.
Just enjoy it. Yeah, just enjoy it a few bits.
Don't put pressure on. Like,
I got that app. What's it? Duolingo. And I had it. What do you think of that? Do you think it's?
Like, look, it's good. It's great. It's very random.
Yeah.
Like some of the things.
More in the last 45 minutes.
Yeah. That's what I kind of found it was a bit shit. I was just like, but it's funny when you're say when you're looking into it, it all comes back to you fairly quick, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It's like, I actually remember all these words, but it's probably no one just had to put them together properly.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. And not putting that pressure off. So people, and like people will be like, okay, I have learned one new word, so they'll think that the next step is I have to now say a whole sentence. Oh my god, I can't say it. I'll learn more words, and then you have this situation where they have lots of words but no way to string them together. So the idea is that it's scaffolding, like you scale it. So you learn the new word, incorporate the new word. So does anyone want that from the shopper? Are you all right? Jeez, I wouldn't mind a bit of ishka there. And that's one of the initiatives I have. It's like, so this week it's simul. So someone will say something, you go, jeez, that's a bit simul. Or like, oh, will you get that Duras there? Once again, if you have a word in English and in Gaeilge, just choose Gaeilge every now and again. Don't put that pressure on yourself to be perfect. You're not going to be, and that's okay.
Is that how you find it in the meetups and stuff like that? Is that the way people would use it as such?
Sometimes, depending. Depending. Like there's actually,
is it the same people every week?
I have a lot of the regulars.
Deadly.
Yeah, which is great.
That is great.
But like there's lots of like games, etc. So today I brought dice, the story dice. We had some crack with them. We did a bit of a scramble. So they're great. Even for the posh at home, you can get them. It's called Rory Stories, and it's an Irish company as well.
Is it actual Rory Stories the comedian guy?
I don't know actually. One of the people asked me today, I'm not sure, but it's the name. It was on the Late Late Toy Show years ago, and that's how I was exposed to it, and that's how I ended up buying it online. Sleep shopping. Some people sleepwalk, I sleep shop.
What? Yeah. Just abruptly sleep shopping.
No, that's a whole other thing. I'm like, have you ever heard of it? No. So I'd
say my sister-in-law actually might have that.
Like genuinely. So it's like, it's like 11 and you should be asleep and you're just scrolling on your phone, and then suddenly you've entered your card details, and 2 weeks later, like, you'll get an email saying your package is on its way, and you'll go, what? You'll have a vague recollection. There was one time I had a trampoline sent to the gaff.
Are you serious?
It was a mini one now. It was like one of those exercises. Do I remember purchasing?
Are you serious?
I know I did.
No.
Vaguely remember it. Now what possessed me at the time, I've no idea. But anyway, I've since reformed. I put my phone on airplane now to keep myself out of trouble. Like.
That's so funny.
I have no idea. But
it's just sleep shopping.
But anyway, this was one of my sleep shop purchases. A good one though. I used it in class. It was good. Pat myself on my.
What's that in Irish? Sleep shopping.
My sub kind. Ik shove a door after the colour. Rud chef owns like a story. But yeah, rud chef owns like something silly is story. But or even the word arrogant as well. Arrogant money, but it means silver.
Of
course, yeah.
Because that's what it was, yeah.
Do you know? But or even one more. My favourite Irish word is going to be really random, and you're going to be like, what? Boher.
Road.
Yeah, but it's not though.
Oh,
it is. You're right.
Yeah.
However, but that's as a Burlaw would say it.
Okay, right, yeah.
If you look as a Gaeilge, compound words, remember?
Yeah.
Bow is cow. Har means over. So Fado in Éireann, they used to take the cows over
the road.
The same patch of grass every day.
Oh yeah.
And what happened over time? It created a path or a road. And that's where that word comes from.
No way.
Yeah. So we call it the cow over.
Right, okay, yeah.
And it's also one of the oldest words ever recorded that was written down, and it was written in Ogham, which is pretty cool.
The language of the lines.
Yeah.
No
so
way.
It's class. But so as you see, hopefully I've shown that like Gaeilge and history are genuinely so fitcha future and a Gaeilge, like they're so intermingled with each other. And that's why it's so important for me as well to preserve Gaeilge, because once again, it's a gift, it's a privilege, it's an honour. It's so beautiful as well. There's words in Gaeilge that we have that they don't have in Merle, or the equivalent of. So, mar hampla, like glinder. Like, so you'd say like Currenshin Glinder or Rumsa or Glinder or McCree, and the translation roughly would be like, that puts a sparkle on my heart.
Oh,
like
that's nice.
An immense feeling of happiness. Another word, like let's say kua, which is, it's so diverse. So kua is, you'd use it to say, like, let's say if you're homesick, you'd say ta kua nia an vala urumse. It's like this kind of bittersweet sorrow that you'd feel. So if you're missing something, you'd say like ta kua, or if something's happening. So let's say you're saying goodbye to someone that you might never see again, but like they're going somewhere, like let's say during the famine, even the famine was called Angurta Mór, which is the big hunger. You know? But yeah, like if you were saying goodbye to someone, like you could say that they would have kua on them. And then historically as well, they used to have the Tour of Americanach, which was the American wake. So when someone was going off on the Bod Bon to America, they'd actually have a funeral for them.
Wow.
Because they knew they'd never see their loved one again.
Yeah.
Now they might write to them, or you know, they might stay in touch, but they didn't know. They knew that the odds were low that they'd ever see them. So essentially they would attend their own funeral.
Wow.
You know, which would be some crack.
Yeah. You know? we all want to be at our own funeral.
See who'd show up.
Yeah,
you know
exactly.
what I mean?
It's like, I wonder will it be good. Better be good.
Yeah, it better be good crack. But like that, like the traditions that we have are kept alive through the language, and the place names as well. Like anywhere with Kill, so Kill and Downach are the old Irish words for church. So anyway, so Kildare, Kilcanny, Downach Bat, Downach Meade, like. I don't need to go to those places to know that there was, or it still is a church there.
Yeah.
Or like obviously a lovely one is Clontarf. So what does Clontarf mean? Nothing. It's gobbledygook. It's just anglicised. If we just had that and not the Gaeilge that it came from, we would lose the beautiful history of that, which was Clontarf, the meadow of the bulls.
Oh.
It's so beautiful.
Yeah.
So if you look at a picture of Clontarf, like an aerial photograph, and you see what it is now, and it's completely built up, and you have your coffee shops and your house and estates and your schools and, you know, the baths and whatever, you're able to get that insight, the layered gas, into what it once was.
What it was, yeah.
The meadow of the bulls.
Wow, that's, yeah.
You know, it's something special, it really is.
Yeah, it is, yeah.
Oh, I think so anyway.
Yeah, no, absolutely, yeah, no, absolutely. And when you were in Australia, did you do the meetups and stuff like that there as well?
Yeah, that was in the pub,
And in the pub?
Yeah, and it was great.
Many go to that and stuff?
Yeah, it was great. I even had a turtle in attendance. There you go. Yeah, Mr. Zott, shout out to Mr. Zott, we'll send this on. It was fantastic. And a lot of Aussies actually went. Do you know a lot of Aussies have Irish names? Because their parents, in the schools, like the high schools, like I'd be calling out the roll and I feel like I was back in Dublin. I mean, I'd be like, you know, Siobhan, Gerard, and they'd be Aussie as anything.
Yeah.
Like, you know, it's just that their mum or dad or maybe granny or granddad would have been from Eire. Yeah. So they wanted to keep, the tradition.
Yeah.
But it was so funny.
You
know, you're in the back house of Melbourne and you're, Gerard, where's your homework? It just feels so weird.
I know.
But it's fantastic.
Oh,
it's
yeah,
great.
100%. It's always good when you're abroad to have, you know, a little bit of home with you as well. Yeah,
one side story now. There's a lot of words that they use in Australia, but like we'd have a different word, or you know, or the Aussies, they always get slagged for chewing on their O's. So you know, we say no, and they say nor like that. I never realised that we chew on our A's when we're speaking English until I started saying words like it's not hard. And they'd be like, hard. I'd be like, if you're really good, we can have a party. Yeah. And they're like, why is your mouth doing that?
Party.
Party. And I'm like, party. Yeah. And they're like, you're not a pirate. Like, stop. I never realised it, did it even, you know?
You're not a pirate.
Party. Yeah. And then I realised our party. So I got roasted, I did. Yeah. But, it was great. But, one of the days, so they call a copy a book, which I think is confusing. So a book is a book and a book is a book. So a textbook is a book, a book is a book, and then a copy is a book as well. So I don't know, like
a copybook.
A copybook, right. They call it a book.
Okay.
So when you say take out your book, that could be like either, but you'd say textbook or
Which?
So I'd only started in a school, and there was one of the kids, and I said, can I have your copy? And they're like frantically looking around, and they're awfully confused, and I'm like, come on, your copy, can I have your copy? And I just go, my copy of what? Of what? And I said, oh right, sorry. I said, I meant your book. And they're like, oh right, sorry, why didn't you just say that? But they were in the depths of it. They were like,
pure panic
that's
mode.
what they want my copy of, Yeah. Or a pencil. One of them called it a writing stick. I said, oh jeez.
Ah, no.
Yeah, or they got a grey lead or grey lead.
That's
it's interesting. Yeah, it's very different.
Yeah, it is a bit. And so are you hopeful for the Irish language then?
100%, 10 out of 10. As long as I'm
Even
Bheo,
in the
it's
pale.
Bheo. Few. So actually, Gaeilge on so because we have this really unique phenomenon, which is the rise of Gaeilge Scoilne and Gaeilge Cláistí. So we have almost a new dialect of Gaeilge coming to the fore, and that is Dublin Irish. And this is conspódach, shin, it's controversial.
Oh.
In a sense, okay, because there's three conunts in Gaeilge like left, like go tradiisiúnta, that would have came, like traditionally from Gaeilge, or from long ago. Gaeilge has traditionally 18 letters, but it has approximately 92 unique sounds. Burla has 26 letters, but only 45 unique sounds.
Oh.
Why is this? Well, as I said, Burla is the front of palate. Achneidge, we use our nose, we use our throat, we use more. So it makes sense that we'd have double the amount of sounds. Like that sound, or like in Yardine. Yeah, one garda, that. But yeah, so there's a few schools of thought on the Irish that's emerging. In areas that maybe had lost Irish, but now it's coming back. So is it okay for me to still retain my Dublin accent while I speak in Gaeilge? So my opinion would be absolutely yes. However, mas rud ag bhfuil tú ag leabhar danga difriúil. Like, so if I'm speaking in a different language, yes, there is changes that has to be made in order to ensure the correct pronunciation, or close enough to. So you don't have to, this is conspódach, because some people would say, no, you should adopt a dialect. So one of the three dialects that are remaining, to make sure that you're pronouncing everything correctly, if you will. My school, my thought process would be that if you are still pronouncing things correctly, you can still keep your blás, or blás in your your accent. To some extent. So, malheureusement, je ne peux pas parler français proprement, mais j'étudie français à l'école, right?
Do you speak French as well?
A little bit,
right.
But not a lot.
Yeah.
But when I'm speaking French, can I say bonjour?
Yeah.
Comment tu t'appelles? Comment tu t'appelles? No, I can't. You know what I mean? Comment tu t'appelles? Can you still tell I'm from... Can
bonjour.
Bonjour. Do you know what I mean? You can't, you can't do it.
I know, yeah, you have to.
You have to.
Yes. So which one are you?
So I'm of the opinion that it's completely okay for me to know you're from North County Dublin, and you at Gaeilge, or South Dublin, as long as you're still making the sounds that you're supposed to be making.
I'd probably be of that opinion. I think it'd be
that you don't have to, because
you don't have to completely change your
no, I don't think so.
Yeah,
but to still be making the correct sense.
Yeah, for sure.
That would be my skill thought. But there are other people, and I think the other people's opinions are important as well. You would have kind of language purists who would be very no, this is the way it's spoken, and they'd be very they'd have a very high standard of Gaeilge, and they would try to promote that standard and protect that standard, the integrity of Gaeilge. And I think they're so important and necessary. That's not my niche.
Yeah,
my niche is Gaeilge for anyone.
Yeah, well,
everyone who'll come on. And
which is more effective in preserving it in the long run, though?
I think both are needed.
Yeah, both are needed.
Yeah. So they do them. I do me, and I think we work really well together, you know.
They won't be like snobs to you or anything.
Not
no,
at all.
no, it won't be
No,
like that.
no,
Right,
no, not
okay,
at
yeah.
all. We
It won't be like we're the purists.
Not at all. No. Jeez, if you go to Connemara as well, like the Cointori Dukes, like the native speakers, oh my God, you couldn't meet people with less notions.
Right, yeah.
They're just delighted. They're like myself, the bobbleheads.
Right,
they're just delighted to
yeah.
speak to you,
Class.
you know. No, I've never had
Right,
that kind of
grand.
experience.
It's just that's what they kind of think.
It'd be conversation. You'd have
nice.
two different kind of opinions.
Nice.
Now you would you would definitely feel there would be a delgt on, so like there'd be some kind of divide in the opinions, and like people would feel very passionately about their opinion, and you could get a bit heated in, but it's all like. It's all constructive. It's all respectful. It's all, you know, and it's all necessary. Because the only way that you can grow is to have these conversations. You don't want everyone to agree with you all the time. You know, there needs to be different people with different perspectives.
Yeah.
The more people on board, the better. I'm just happy if you're speaking Gaeilge. Doing anything for Gaeilge. I'm delighted.
My head's I'm going to be scourging my brother now in the morning about. I have all these ideas what we're going to do. Do you know what I mean? Because I think it's such a great thing. What you're doing, like, and the more the better. How do you find it in Drogheda? Do you find people are
great?
Yeah, good.
I have never
You've only moved here, haven't you?
I've only moved up, I have never met a person, and this is a big statement, but I'm gonna make it. Never met a person who has a Drogheda accent who hasn't been great crack.
Oh.
The second I hear a Drogheda accent, I know I'm in for a good time.
That's
100%. I love it.
That's good. Oh, deadly. Happy to hear that.
Soundest people ever.
Wow.
And I'm not just saying that. Genuinely, like Drogheda.
Up the drugs.
Yeah, I'm really trying to get my Drogheda accent. It's not.
No, yours is fine.
Stick to the French. She says.
Oh yeah.
Mercy.
Merci.
But you know, merci. Like merci. Like you have to do.
Yeah, you have to do. Yeah.
So it's the same in Gaeilge. Like it is.
It is. No, it is.
Like that would be my perspective on it. Now, am I right? No, I don't know. Like that's just my opinion.
No,
you can take it, you can leave it.
For sure.
You know.
But look, I think we're coming to the end. But thanks very much for coming in. Is there anything you want to kind of say to people? A little last few lines of encouragement of how to incorporate Irish into their daily lives. So we've covered a lot, like, but.
Yeah, I'm like every fucker counts.
Yeah.
Anything and everything. Start now. Start where you are. Start with what you have. Don't put too much pressure on yourself and enjoy it. It's not a task. It's not a chore. It is supposed to be enjoyed. Irish is supposed to be. It's supposed to be something that, you just enjoy. There's no exam at the end of anything. You know, it's a living language.
Yeah, nice.
So keep her alive.
Yeah. And your Instagram handle?
Gaeilge_Bheo.
Nice.
Sin Misha. Yeah.
Yeah, deadly. Well, Emer, thank you very much for coming in.
You
have inspired Goramila Mahagut.
Perfect.
You've inspired me, and I'd say you've inspired John as well, and hopefully
John's shaking his head. He said no.
the Gaeilge revolution is on.
Lacuna Day.
Yeah, I love it. Thank you very much.
Goramila Mahagut. Slán.
Slán.
From that day we share cafe lattes. Ooh, cafe.